Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So I think the audio is working fine. And today I will be solving Codeforces Round 930 Div 2 live. So you will be able to hear my thoughts, what I am thinking while solving the problem. And initially the stream will be private. So the stream will be private, but once the contest is over, I will make it public. And I will use OpenWord for my rough work. And let me just check if my pen is working correctly or not. Yeah, so so I think this is fine now. Yeah, so I'll be using Sublime for the coding, and I will code in either C++ or Python, whatever I prefer at that particular time. And after that, I will see what we can. I mean, like, okay, the count is started, and I think I will use m2.codeforces because I think that is much faster. Yeah. So first problem, shuffle party. You are given an array. Initially, ai is equals to I for each I from 1 to n. Okay. Now operation, we can swap the integers for k greater than or equals to 2. It is defined as let d be the largest divisor of k which is not equals to k itself. Then swap element ad with ak. Okay. Suppose you swap for I equals to 2, 3, and then find the position of 1 in the resulting array. Okay. In other words, we want to find j such that aj equals to 1 after performing the operations. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how we can approach this. Okay. So let's say we have 1 and 2. So for this, I mean, I think it will become 2 and 1. So position of 1 is equals to 2. If we add, what are the test cases? Like for 1, it is 1. For 4, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. First, I will do it for 2. So I will be able to swap 1 and 2. So do 1, 2, 1, 3, this should be 4. 2, 1, 3, 4. And now, when I do it for 3, the largest divisor is still a 1. So I will swap 2 and 3. So this will become 3, 1, 2, and 4. Now the largest divisor of 4 is 2. So since it is a position 2, we will swap these. So 3, 4, 2, 1. So what I think, like if it is at position 1, it will get swapped by the value which is at the largest factor should be 4. So it will go to 2, then it will go to 4, then it will go to the 8 position, like that. So it will go like that. So if I had n equals to 2, the answer will be 2. N equals to 4, I mean not n equals to 4. Like for n equals to 4, the answer is 4. For n equals to 8, the answer is 8. Like this. So the smallest power of 2 that is less than or equals to this thing. I think that is the answer. Yeah. So what we can do is let's just take the input first. Okay. Now first we have an integer n, cn, and now I want to find the smallest number. Like I think there will be some edge cases. Like if n is 1, then the answer should be 1 and return. Otherwise, let's say my answer is equals to 1, and now I will say while answer is less than n, answer is equals to answer times 2. Okay. So I think this will make answer just greater than or equals to I mean if I will say if answer is greater than n, so answer is equals to answer upon 2, and then I will say cout answer handle. So I think this should work. Let's see. We are getting 144, and I think this is the correct answer. Let's try to submit this and see if it works. Do I have to take a modulus or anything like that? No, I don't. Now this is problem A, and the language is C++20. Okay, so it got accepted. Let's move on to the next problem, that is binary path. You are given a 2 cross n grid filling with zeros and ones. Let the number of intersections of the ith row and the jth column be aij. There is a grasshopper at the top of top left, okay, and can only jump one right cell or downward. If you want to reach the bottom of the cell, 2 comma n, consider the, okay, now we have to consider a binary string of length n plus 1 without changing the order, okay, consisting of numbers with written in cells of the path without changing the order. Your goal is to find the lexicological smallest string that you can attain by choosing the available path, okay. Find the number of paths that yield this lexicologically smallest string. Yeah. Okay. So if n is like till 10 to the power 5, so I think we can do this in big O of n time. Let's actually try to understand this test case. First, we have a 2 cross 2 grid, then all of them are zeros. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can get from here. So in this case, I had all zeros, and the starting will be 0. Then I mean it will always be n cross n into n, I think. Yeah. It will always be 0 0 0. So there are two paths that yield the same string, and then what can we do? Okay, like if I am at a 0, then I should my first, if like this case can happen, like on the right there is a 0, on the left there is a 0, and then I have a 1 or 0, doesn't actually matter. But how do I get the lexicologically smallest string? Like, okay, this is correct, but like what is the, okay, let's try this test case. 1 1, what do I need to print? There are two paths that yield the same string. In the second test case, for output two lines, the lexicological smallest string that you can attain by choosing the available path, and the number of paths that yield this string. Okay, so for this path, like 1 1 0 1, if I have 1 1 0 1, and then I have 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0. Now from 1 I can either go here or here, so I have two paths now. Now from 0 I have to choose this path. Like if I go here 1 1 0, this was making 1 1 1, so this path is actually not regarded now. This is invalid. So 1 1 0, then I have to choose this, then I have to choose this to reach this cell. Okay, I think this is some sort of dynamic programming. Yeah, let's say dp of I is equals to minimum number of ways to choose, or should I do this using 2D typing? I'm a bit confused now. Okay, let's try this one just to be sure. 0 0 1 0 0. So you have 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1. Now we have 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay. So if I am at a 0, I will definitely prefer to go this way. Okay, can I do this in reverse order? Like even if I do this in reverse order, the answer should remain same. So clearly for this one, the answer is simply the in this. Now this 0 can come from either here or here. Now this one can come from either here or here. Yeah. Now this 0, this one can only come from here or here. Yes. Now from this one we can go in both direction, but I will not choose this. Now for this 0, I will go this way, or should I go this way? I mean both lead to the same thing. Now for this one I can go from here also, but I can't go downwards because I have this choice. So this is the only possible path. Then I can go this way also. So if I am starting with 1 here, then this is 1 because I will definitely choose a 0 for this. Then there is only one path to reach this, one correct path. Then there is one path from here. Okay, so what I should do is I should first find the lexicologically smallest string that is possible. Okay, so that is the case. And now, like, what is the answer for this? 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1. Okay, now when I'm at this stage, like, okay, this is done. Now if the right child is 1, then I will propagate it. If the right child is, if the next right child is 1, then I will say, okay, increase the answer. If the right child is 0, I will increase the answer by the number of paths that I'm here at. If the right child is 0, yeah, I think we can do this using a breadth first search like thing. And whenever the answer increases, oh, sorry about that if it was noisy right now. Okay, so what we can do is, I think I will solve this using breadth first search because that is the only approach that I can think of right now. So what I'm going to do is, okay, let's say we have two things, int n, c in n, and now I have two strings because we only have s1 and s2, the row 1 and row 2. So c in s1 and s2. Now actually, should I, let's make it like this, c in s1 0 and s2 s1 s of 0 and s of 1. Okay, so now I have both of these as in that manner, like, okay, let's just string answer. So the first part I'm solving it right now, and obviously my answer will be equals to uh, s0 of 0, right? So that is okay. Maybe I should just initialize it like this right now. Okay, so initially the string is like this. Now what I can do is I will run a for loop, like for I in range n obviously, and I will, what is happening now? Okay, it is saying that so I can't initialize it like this, so I think I will have to convert this to a string. Hmm, I think I will just initialize it like that only. Okay, let's say plus equals to. Okay, so we have this. Now what we can do is let's say for I in range 1 or 0, because I can also go downward. Yeah, from some path it might happen that I will go downward then right. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. I can't go upward, right? Because I can only go right or down. Yeah. The number of paths and the smallest thing you can attain by choosing any available path. Yeah, we can't go up, right? I think I didn't read the question properly. It can only, okay, 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 okay. Okay. I think I read the question wrong. At every cell, I have two choice. I can go down or right. Once I am down, like, okay, once I am down, then I can only take the same that path. But you will realize what you will realize what is uh, like 0 0 0 1 1 1. So 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. I think there is a pattern. When we want this, uh, when do we, think it is simple and I'm just complicating it. 0 0 0 0 1 1. Okay, so the answer is surely 0 0 0 1. Okay, 0 0 1 1. So what happens is you can go right, right. So once I went down, like 0 0 is better or 0 1 is better. So whenever there are two choices of 0 0 and 0 0, I will choose that. So it doesn't matter. I mean, can it happen that there are two? No, it can't happen. So what if I have something like 0 0 0 and then we have 0 0. So it went like this 0 0 0 and then here is a 1 and here is a 0. So this path will become actually invalid, right? So I should get the first index of 1 here and the first index of going right and taking a 1. So, and if I see that this has more number of zeros at the start, then I will take that path. But when but the question is, when will the number of paths be same? So first thing what I should do is, let's take it as S1 and S2 only, because that won't affect my answer. Okay. Now how do I even find the lexicologically smallest string? So first thing I need to do is find the index of the, let's say for I in range n. Okay. Okay. If S1 of I equals to a 1, then I will say C1 equals to that. C1 equals to this I. Okay, and let's start from 1 because I don't care about the first, and I don't actually care about that first 1, even if I have that. Now let's also do it for this, like for I in range 0 to n. Let's say int C2 equals to -1. If S2 of I equals 1, then C2 equals to 1. Okay. Now I have some cases. Actually, not. Let's not take it to be 1. Let's take it to be n because the maximum is n. Okay. Or let's make it n plus 1 only. Yeah. Now, if my C1 is greater than C2, can we have more than two paths? I mean, we can have more than two paths. Like, yeah, we have four paths here. Okay, so if C1 is greater than C2, that means it is optimal to take the downward path somewhere. No, it is not like that. What if my path looks something like this? One path is this. Maybe that is not another path I'm talking about is this. So that works, but what if we have something like this? So I first take the number of zeros, like, okay, I just need to take, okay, what happens when this path is same as this path? It only happens when this is same, right? At that point of time, it gets multiplied by 2. Yes. So what I can do is, let's say, I think this is a DB question. There is no other way. So DP, let's say vector int DP of n plus 1 comma 0. Let's make it vector of vector int instead. Yeah. So we have this. Why is it giving me errors? I think that it is because of this. So we have 2 cross n dp. Now dp of 0 0 is equals to 1 because there is only one way to go in that direction. Now for n range n, like, okay, let's start with 0. Now whenever I am at a cell, right, let's actually go till n plus 1. So I am currently at this cell, and now if, like, I am at 0 comma 0, so my currently I am at 0 comma 0. Should I run a DFS or a BFS, something like that? How many people have actually solved this problem? Okay, 300 people only. Okay, I think the connection is fine right now. Yeah. Okay. Now there is some problem with this question. I think uh, this is a dynamic programming problem. That is, I am sure. But when will I have this? Like, these are the same. This is also the same. So let's say I can go downwards. What are the constraints? The constraints are 2 into 10. So, but I can't do sorting. I have to do this in big O of n time. Can I do a depth first search? Like, but that will be like 2 to the power n complexity, which will give me a TLE. A breadth first search, maybe. Level order traversal. That is a big O of n time, but still, it might not be optimal. Like, how do I know that, okay, I don't need to consider this path? And that will only happen when I go in backward direction. So I don't need to go in the forward direction. I should go in the backward direction. So at least first I need to focus on finding the answer instead of string s. Let's say string s that is in my answer is equals to s, and s plus equals to s1 of 0. Okay, so I have this. Now let's say I want to go, let's say pair intent current is equals to uh, 0 comma 0. So I am at 0 comma 0, and let's actually make this a string only. So let's call this grid of 2 cross n, right? So grid of 2 cross n. So cn grid of 0 and grid of 1. So I have these two. Let's not focus on counting part right now. And now why is this giving me error? I said okay, I think this is because of this. Okay, so we have this now. S plus equals to, let's say, grid of 0 of 0. So I'm currently at this. Now I can either go down or I can either go right? Uh, that is true. But I want to get the path. This is tough. This is tough. How do I maintain the path? What is my n? N is still 2 into 10 to the power 5. Let's actually try to solve it for this problem. I think then we will better understand it. So we have 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, 0 0 1 1 1. Then we have 1 1 1. Then we have 0. Then we have 1 1 0 1. Okay, so if I'm here, let me change the color. So if I'm here, I've got two choices. Either I can go this side, but I will definitely not choose this. So I'll put this into the queue. Then I have two choices. I will put both of them in the queue. Okay, and set the previous of these two is this. Okay, so now I have got a few more choices, like okay, I can go in this direction also, so I will definitely go choose this one. I will set the previous of this to this one. Okay, now I will say okay, let's choose that one, choose this, like okay, let the previous of this be this and the previous of this is this. Now for this I can choose, I have two choices, like okay, because I can go from now from here I can go here also, here also, I can go this side, this side, that side, and there are many choices. But once I reach this, I want to stop. So what I can do is maintain a previous. Should I maintain a previous problem? Previous. So let's say, I mean, let's say make a function. It will be a void function of int. So I am at currently ij, and I also need. I will also maintain a visited array. So let's call this a DFS function of int I comma int j, and this is my DFS function. So I will need to maintain a visited array, right? So vector int visited of 2, um, I should say like okay, vector of, let's say vector int. So I want a 2 cross n visited array. So I will say let's call this visited array, and 2 cross vector int of n plus 1. Initially it will be 0. Okay, so I have this visited array. Now first thing I will do is mark this as visited. So vector visited of I comma j equals to 1, or let's actually make this boolean, and initially it will be equals to false. So visited of I comma j equals to true. So I marked that as visited. I think this is a problem of topological sort. Yeah, I think I get it now. So this is a problem of topological sort, and now I will mark it as visited, and then I will say for int child, like I can't do child, right? I can either go right or I can go down. So for right, uh, let's try to go right. So int, let's say pair indent nxt is equals to what? If I can go I plus 1, so if I plus 1 is less than 2, and j plus 1, I mean I can go rightwards, which is I keep the same I. I can keep the same I. No. I need to compare both the children. I need to compare. Once I am down, I can go. I can only go right. Right. So once I am down, I can only go rightward. This is getting tough. Let's have a string of all ones first for now. Let's say string answer equals to answer, and for I in range, let's say I will have a string of n plus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n plus 1 characters. So from 1 to n plus 1, I will say answer plus equals to, initially I have a string of all ones right now. Okay. Now I will try to I will try to minimize my answer. Okay. So I will say, okay, now what I can do is, I don't know how to go about this. I am currently at somewhere. If I am at some IGL, I will also need a depth. So let's say int and int d. Okay. So if grid of ij, so if this grid of ij If it is a 1 and in the answer I have a 0, is equals to 1 and answer of D equals to 0, I will say return. So I don't need to do anything about it now. Okay. Otherwise, I will try to go left or right. So I will say like, okay, like I know that this is the currently my minimum answer. Now what I can do is I can go either left or right. So I will check both the children's, like let's check the right one. So if answer, not answer, let's say grid of, can I go I plus 1? So I have to check like if my I equals to 1, then I can only go rightwards. Else I can go both right and down. So what I will do is like, okay, let's try to go downwards. Let's try to go rightwards. And if grid, otherwise I should say answer of D is equals to, answer of D is equals to not grid, let's set it to 0 only. Let's say grid ij. So if here if I had a 0 here, it will become 0. If I had a 1 here, then nothing will happen. So it is like that. Now but there is a problem. I think this will give me a TLE now. So if I had I equals to 1, so I am down, then I can only go rightwards. And if D less than n plus 1, then only I will say, okay, let's go DFS of I comma j plus 1 and D plus 1. Okay. Otherwise, I will try to go both direction. Let's say DFS I comma j plus 1. Okay. This is also conditional, like I plus 1 comma j plus 1 and D plus 1. And first try this, and after that I can also try DFS of I plus 1 comma j plus 1 comma D plus 1. So I plus 1 comma j remains same, right? D plus 1, yeah. So I have these two possibilities. Now what I can do is let's just try to run this whole DFS function and see if it gives me, at least the string should be correct. So let's say DFS. I mean I should also say that, okay, let's say if um, I will also check that if this was visited or not. So if visited of I and j, if it was already visited, then I will simply return out of the function. So now I will say DFS of yeah, I'm starting from 0 0, right, and the depth is also 0. So I'm running this. Let's actually see out S or answer. Okay, so I'm getting 0 0 0. What were the answers? At least I should get the correct answers now. So I have a 0 0 0, then I have 1 1 0 0 0, that is correct. Then 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1, yeah. So at least I have the answer now. So we have the answer string, we just need to count the number of ways to reach this answer. Now I will traverse it backwards. Like, okay, I know this this is the case. I want to reach this. How many number of ways are there to reach this particular answer? So I will start from, like, I know the starting value is 0. right? So I will say like, okay, whenever you go right, okay, I will actually do this now. So first I have my answer string. Let's say vector int, not vector int. I should have a DP array like this visited one. So I will say okay, visited. Then let's make it int and int only. And this time I will call this DP of 0. Okay, so initially I have 0, so I will have DP of 0 0 equals to 1. Okay, now uh, I mean I will also need the visited array again, so let's call this visited 1 instead. So this is because the second time I'm doing this. Now I will have to I will have to write this whole DFS function again in such a way that it calculates it for me. I think I will have to do iterative DFS right now. Should I do the iterative version? This is giving me a feel that I should do it in reverse order instead. I don't know why. Okay, let's actually try this out. If we have this grid, did I write it somewhere? Yeah, I did wrote it. Okay, so initially, and the answer string is something like 001. So you have 001, then 0000, then 1101. 1101. Okay, so I have this. Now what I can do is, okay, initially dp of 00 was 1, but this is not equal, so I will spread it. Now next child was 1, so I will spread it here also and here also. Now next child was 0, so I will not spread it like this, but I will spread it here. Okay, so one way. So I am done with this and this one. Okay, so I am here. So next child was 0, so I am done with. So next child should also be 0. So from here I can go in both directions. So I will say okay, 1 and 1. Okay. So next child should be 1. So this one will receive from both. So this will become equals to 2, and there's one path. Next is 1, so this will become equals to 3. Next is 0, so this will become equals to 1. Next is 0, so 3 plus 1 is 4. Next is 1, so like that. I want to do something like this. Yeah, so like that, if I want to do, I have to finish my queue every time I find something, which is a difficult task. Okay, so let's say I am starting from 0 0. Okay, let me just copy this whole DFS function because there will be only minor changes. So let me actually call this DFS2 instead, right? Yeah. So obviously, if visited one of that is true, then there is no point. I don't think I need that. Let me just comment everything. Yeah. So I'm at 0 0. Okay, and I will call this function as DFS2 of since I am at 0 0, and the depth is, let's say, d. Depth is also 0. Yeah. So what I will do is okay, if like obviously if I am at somewhere why is this giving me vibes that it won't work if I don't go in reverse order? So let's actually try from a reverse order perspective. N comma n. So if it was 2 cross n matrix, right? So let's say I'm at n minus 1 and n minus 1, and the depth is actually n. Okay. I don't know why I think this won't work if I don't do it in reverse order. So let's actually go in reverse order. So now if I am at the last index of the matrix, I have to check the second last. Like, can I go in the reverse order? So I have to check if s of, first of all, if d equals 1. Let's not do it like this. I have to check, like, my next depth is n minus 1. So if my I equals to this should be 2 cross n minus 1, right? Because we have like that. So I have to reach 2 cross n. So if my I equals to 2, then I can go up or I can go down. If I equals 1, I can go to 0 also. Else, I can only go downwards. Like obviously, I can only go downwards. But now, should I write iterative one? I want to do a breadth first search like that in this. So let's say let's go for a queue instead. So I'm doing a breadth first search. So initially in my queue there will be 2 cross n minus 1, and after that the children has to be a 0, so this will be added. So I have 2 cross n minus 2 in this. After that it can be either this or this. So one possibility was this, then one possibility is here, then 2 2. But now if the next child is not so like that I am going. But okay, so now my queue is a queue of pair intent. So I have this, and let's call this queue dot push. I have to push something, so 2 comma n minus 1. So this is my in my current queue. Let's say while q not equals to while not q dot empty. So while this queue is not empty, I have to run something, and let's say dp of 2 cross n minus 1 n is equals to 1 initially. Okay, now I think it should be n now. What will I do now? Obviously, if dp of let's take the first two integers. Let's say auto I comma j is equals to q dot top. It should be q dot front, and let's say q dot pop. If dp of I j equals to 0, then I should say continue, because there is no point in doing that. Uh, Actually, I think it should be. I need to take three integers. I also need to take the. So let's actually make this array of int and three numbers instead. So I will have to add I, j, and k or depth like this. And initially I will have to add a depth of n. So because it is at like the last index of the string. So okay, now I really need to think about this. I have to check the one lesser step of the depth. So if first of all, if I equals 0, then there is only possibility that I can go left. So I have to check if grade of I uh, so first of all, if I and j not equals to 1, right? So if I is 0 and j is greater than 0, then only I can do this, otherwise I can't. So let me just say, like, if j is greater than 0, so if the jth part is actually greater than 0, then I can do a DFS like this. So I will say q dot pushback. I will have to say like dp of I uh, comma j minus 1 plus equals to dp of I and j, right? Because I can only go left side, else my I will be equals to 1. Now I also need to push this into the queue. So I will have to say, no, there is one more thing that I forgot to check. If grid of I comma j minus 1 equals the string, the my answer string of d minus 1. So my depth should also be equals to, if d equals to 0. So I need to do this whole thing if my d is greater than 0. So if d is greater than 0, then only do this. If d minus 1 is greater than equals to 0 actually. Yeah. So if d minus 1 is greater than equal to 0, then I will do this. So then I will do this stuff. So dp of I comma j minus 1 plus equals to dp of, and then I will say q dot push three integers I, j minus 1 and d minus 1, like that. So I had these three cases. Now what? Uh, Now I have two more cases in the else part. Like, okay, uh, this will uh, this will obviously be the case, like j should be greater than 0. Otherwise, if I am at this stage, I can go left or I can go up also. So I will have one more case that I might try to go up, right? I can go left, keeping the I same, or I can keep the j same. Like if the I equals to 1, then I can go more upwards. So I will say there is one more case, like if grid of same j and I minus 1 equals to answer of d minus 1, then I will say dp of I minus 1 and j plus equals to dp of ij, and q dot pushback the same thing but with a twist, that is this. And once this is done, like obviously once this is done, I will have to see out dp of 0 0 with an handle. Let's try to run this. Okay, we're getting some errors. Why are we getting error? I have never actually seen this error. Segmentation fault. So I think this is correct. And now till this much it was fine, I think. Yeah, this much is correct, but as soon as I initialize this, then we are getting some errors. What was the error exactly? I forgot. Okay, so does this help? Yeah. Okay, I think it is because it should be dp of 1 and not dp of that. So I think this is correct now. Let's actually try to uncomment everything. Okay, we are still getting some errors. So we have dp of 1 comma because we have I wrote this now. Okay, so we have 2 1 and 1024. That is a huge number. Why are we getting that? Let me try to debug this. So debug, and once this is done, let's try to debug the dp array itself. Debug dp. Yeah. So for the last test case, the array is like this. Okay, 1. I mean, let's only run this for only single test case, and let's say debug dp of 0 and debug dp of 1. Okay. Yeah, so initially we had something like this. So I can only go left, I think. Yes, then I can go upwards. Okay. I minus 1, j is same. I wanted to do a DFS traversal, but yeah, this is correct. Okay, let's actually keep the visited array. So I will say like, okay, if something is already visited, yeah, I think I can say like if dp of I and j is already, no, I can't say if it is greater than 0 because it will be greater than 0. I should say visited. Let's say visited of. I will say visited of I and j, not visited. Visited 1 of I and j equals to true, and if visited 1 of I and j, then continue. Will this work now? Yeah, I think this is working now. So let's see if it is giving us a correct answers. So 0002, then there is only one path, and yeah. So I think it is working now. Let's comment these lines of debug, and let's try to submit this and see if it works. I think I wasted quite some time on this problem, but I think it was worth it. I hope the stream is working. Yeah, it is working. Uh, okay, we are getting some wrong answers. How many people have actually solved this problem? Will I get stuck on the B problem only? This is hard. Okay. It is giving me a wrong answer on this problem. I was not expecting a wrong answer, but okay. Let me just check the standings once. So my rank is 3000 right now. Okay. So where could we be going wrong? So I did like this. Can I? Okay, I'm starting from the left direction, and then I'm going in the backward direction. I should not be. I should not use this. Why is this giving me a wrong answer? That is the problem here. Even if I don't do this, it should always give me correct answers. Okay. Okay, now. So if we have this, okay, like the answer for this test case is the stream working? Yeah, the stream is working and it is private. Yeah, yeah. So if we have this, like I'm starting from 1, I need to go left. So I will go left. So this will become 1. So initially I'm at this position, then this becomes 1. then I can go up or left. So these both will become 1. So in the next step, I think this should be dp of 0, dp of 1. Yeah, that is correct. So initially it was like this. Then can I just to yeah, just to make some space I wrote that, but okay. So from this like from this part I went to here, then I can go in both directions, up and down. So these two becomes 0. Now from this, like, okay, let me actually create the whole thing. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Okay, so we have this. Now initially this was 1, then there is only one possibility. Then I can go either left or like, so this is visited. Let me change the color. So this is visited, then I can only go left side, and then I need a 1, and from this position I can go either up or left, right? And both will give me 1. So I will say okay, 1 1. So this is visited now. Now I need the left child should be 1. So in this case it is 1, but and in this case it is 1. So for this it is 1. For this guy I can only go left, so it becomes actually equal to 2. Okay, so how is the DP array changing now? So it is becoming 1 1 1 1 and 1 2. So 1 1 1 1 2, that is correct. Yeah. Now for this guy, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Yeah. The next element should be 0. So it can go either go in this direction or this. So this becomes 1 and 1. And for this guy also the left element is 0, so it becomes 2. So does this become 2 1? So we have 2 and 1, which is also correct. Yes, but what after it? Now I can, so this is 1. So for this guy, the next element should be 0. So I can go up, but I can go left. So this will become 1. And after that, this guy can go. So it also becomes 2. Okay. Actually, not 2. I think it was a 2. So this becomes 3. Yeah. So we have 3, 2, 2. And like this. Yes. But now what? Now I only have this. Now I can't push this into the stack. So the 3 and 1 should be like this. So why do we have a extra 1 here? No, that is because, wait a second. Like if j is greater than 0, then I should definitely try it. Like, okay, obviously. And d minus 1 is so greater than 0. If answer of grid I comma j minus 1. There is one more thing that I should check. Like if I equals 1, else if I equals 1, then I say okay, I can go in the left direction. So this is correct. But if d minus 1 is greater than or equals to 0 and grid of I minus 1j is also equals to answer of d minus 1, then dp of I minus 1j plus equals to dp of ij, and q dot push dp of, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's actually do one thing. Okay. So we have this now. When did we get a 3? So somewhere here. So we got this from, I mean, what is this? Like it is equals to the, can I say like debug? Let's say debug B. What will I get? Okay. So I am somewhere here. Now the problem occurred at this point. I was at 0 and 5. So 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I added to the left, that is correct. But at this point, I was at 1, 4. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the problem is I can't go more left. Why? Answer uh, so we do have answer of d minus 1 and dp of I minus 1 j plus equals to dp of ij. Uh, why are we getting wrong answer? Mm, can't accept the call during the live stream. Okay, so dp of I minus 1 j plus equals to dp of ij q dot push I minus 1 j. This is correct. Hmm, what can we do? I can go left and keep going left, but this won't help. I think there is a very small mistake somewhere. Let's actually run this again. And where was I getting the error? I was getting the error on this line because when I'm at 0, 0,6, if I'm at 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I'm at 1, 3, I can't go more left. 0, 1, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So when I am at 0, I'm at 1, 7, 1, 6, 1, 5, 1, when I'm at 1, 5, I'm at 1, 4, then the problem occurs. So when I'm at 1, 4, why did I do this? Why did I go left when I could not have gone left? And this is occurring when okay, so when I am at 1, 5, wait. So when I am at 1, 4, uh, what is the next? Initially the d is equals to, in here the d equals to the last character, that is equals to this one. So I have to check like d minus 1. So the next element should be a 0. Yeah. What is I think I should just say 0 here because I am trying for 0 or why is this giving me wrong answer? Answer of d minus 1. So d minus 1 is greater than 0. I minus 1 is greater than equals to 0. I'm starting with nth character and I'm going till that now. Okay, so the answer should be this. Like, okay. So if I'm at 1 comma 7, I must check that. Okay. So if I'm at here, then I can only go left. So I will go left side. So this, because this is correct, yeah. And if I'm at 1 comma 6, like if I'm at this position, then I can go upward or downward both. So I will say like, okay, let's go in both directions. So it becomes like from 1 1 what? So initially the depth was equals to, I think the depth was 8, because it is an n length string, so depth was 8 right now. N, yeah. It is an n plus 1 length string, so it should be n. So dp depth of n is equals to that, obviously. But can it happen? So 1 comma n minus 1 is equals to 1. So from 0 it is going like that. Okay, pair intent p equals to ij, debug p from. So what are my directions? Like what am I even doing here, right? Like this. So dp of I and j minus 1 plus equals to I j minus 1 equals to I don't want to repeat the step. So if I was 0, I will do that. Now if my, obviously if d minus 1 is greater than equals to 0, and even if my j is 0, so if I equals to 1, I can go for I minus 1 definitely. But I should also check that it is not visited. Yeah, so I will say visited of I, and so there is one more condition. Okay, so if it was already a visited array, no, I don't think this is working. Uh, how do I go from this to up direction? So if I have a 1 here, then I can make this 1, then I do this, then this becomes 3. How do I prevent this from happening? It is definitely not the visited array way to go. Okay. When is it happening? Like, let's say debug dp here. The 0 to 1 thing. It is happening in. Okay. When is it happening? It is happening at this stage. So in this one, it is actually happening here. I've extended one more to this side, which is wrong. So dp of I minus 1 and grid of I minus 1 should be equals to, so d minus 1 was greater than, definitely greater than equals to 0. Yeah, that is correct. But grid of I minus 1, what was the grid of I minus 1? So if I'm at this position, where was I at? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm at depth of 4. Depth of 5. What? Let's just go for n minus 1. Then what happens? Then we don't even get an answer. Yeah. What if we are at n plus 1? Then also we don't get an answer, which is correct. And then if it is like this, then we are getting a huge answer, which is wrong. And like this also we are getting a huge answer, but it is definitely wrong. Because I need to go in the up direction also. I can't just keep going left and think that this will work. So if I am, I mean, whether I am this or that, I should definitely do this step. And if so, I will definitely do this step, like for sure. Now if I am greater than I is greater than equals to 1, then if I equals to 1, then I have to check, like, okay, if the d is greater than d minus 1 is greater than equals to 0, and grid of I minus 1 j equals to answer of d minus 1. So this condition is satisfied, this condition is also satisfied, then only I will try to increase the dp. So dp of I minus 1 j plus equals to dp of I and j. Yeah. And q dot push I minus 1 j d minus 1 I j minus 1 d minus 1. Yes. And then still we are getting 1024. So what am I doing wrong? Okay, so we are at 1 7, then we go to 1 6, and when we go to 1 6 I spread it. Okay, then we go to 1 5, because definitely try going left. Then we go to 0 6 again, and then I said okay, like this will become my array. Then we go to 1 and 4. And why are we doing this? Because we are trying to go left. It is happening at this stage. So if my grid I equals and j minus 1, I j minus 1 plus equals to I j. Should this be dp of d minus 2 instead? No. I j minus 1 d minus 1. This is tough. I j minus 1 d minus I minus 1 j d minus 1. I mean, this step that we are doing is actually happening here. So 1506 14. Wait, why are we getting this twice? Okay, let's leave it for now. We had 0 6, then we had 1 4. Yeah. For 1 4, when I'm at 1 comma 1 0 1 2 3 and 4, So I said, okay, let's go. I mean, for 1 4, I can't go left because if I'm at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I mean, I can go left. Okay, okay, okay. So this is correct. Actually, it's for 0, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It makes 3, 2. Then we are at 0, 5 again. Now this is wrong. So I need to say like, okay, I have to do some sort of marking because I don't want to add the same thing into the queue again and again. So obviously I have to do like, okay, if visited of I and j equals true, then don't do it again. So now we have 4, but this is the same thing that gave me a wrong answer. And I'm not sure why it gave me a wrong answer. Did I have to take some sort of modulus? No, there is no so let me remove the debug statements again. And okay, so if I have like 3 test cases and yeah, so this works. Uh, but where am I going wrong? Like first I decided to find out the previous code was correct. I mean, it was almost correct. So wait to say how many people have actually solved this problem? 4,000 people. This is a very doable problem. So currently we are at 0, 0. Why am I even making this current variable? I don't think I need this. So we have n plus 1 once. Yeah, this is correct. Then we have n plus 1. So it might happen that I'm not actually calculating the smallest path. That is, can it happen? So if I'm at 0, 0, 0, then okay. So if grid of ij is greater than answer of d, then I need to. I mean, all of these test cases is. So why is this giving me this here? So you have 0, 1, 0, 1. What was initially written? Answer of D, yeah. So I should just say like if grade of ij is greater than the answer of D, then return, yeah. So I have this 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and otherwise it actually makes no sense. So grade of ij is equals to this, okay, definitely. Now, otherwise I'm doing this DFS. What if we have D equals to n plus 1? Yeah. So it should not be D. Instead, I think it should be D plus 1. Yeah. So binary path and submit. What? Zero zero 1100. Why is this happening? If I have grid of I and j, let's convert it to int, and let's also convert it to int. Um, so why are we getting this 00? Why did I get a wrong answer pretest one? What was wrong with it? Expected 00 and we found this, which is incorrect. Yeah, I'm getting some sort of different character, which is wrong. Yeah. Why is that? What if I do n plus 2 then? Okay, then we are getting something completely different. Okay, we have this. Okay. So if grid of I j is greater, then we don't need to do actually anything. Okay, if grid of ij is greater than end grid of d, then doesn't matter, just do it. Yeah. So answer of d is equals to this part, and if I equals 1 and d plus 1 is less than that. Hmm. So why am I even getting this error? Let's first debug the answer here. What do we have here? So initially I had ones, then I have this part. So I will say let's debug the answer, and let's also debug the D. So at D equals to 8, so 0 1 2 3 4, I have grid ij is something different. Okay. Why am I getting this? Mm, Yeah, I think this is working. Let's try to submit this one more time. I'm not sure why this is giving me a wrong answer, but yeah, I think it will give me a wrong answer again because I did not change anything. Yeah. Mm, this is not good, guys. I think I will lose a lot of rating today. Okay, minus 36. Not sure what to do now. 4,700 people have actually solved this problem. Hmm. Okay, where could I be going wrong? Like, this is correct. What might happen is I might not be calculating it correctly, the shortest path, maybe. I mean, there are two ways that I could be going wrong, either in the B problem or in the C, either in the first part that I'm not calculating the path correctly, or maybe I'm not doing it like, hmm, I think I'm calculating the answer pretty well. I'm not calculating the path correctly. So what I can do is let's actually try to do this randomly. So I will make a new file. Do I have a Python file here? Yeah, I don't want to remove this. So okay, I have a file b.py. So I will I will say import random. Okay, let's say for n equals to 10. Okay, now s is equals to, we have either a 0 or a 1. So let's say random dot choice 0 dot 1 for I in range n, and let's copy this whole thing. Okay, so let's say we have something like this. Okay, so what will be the answer for this whole test case? So if we have only one test case and 10-digit number, actually let's say sep equals to a space, comma sep equals to space. Yeah. So if we have this, what is this code giving me the output? Okay. So what will be the answer? So we can go 0 0. Definitely a 0 here. So now I can only go right. So 0 0 0 0. Okay, 0 0 1 1 0 0 0. Yeah. So this is correct. Let's try to do it one more time. I mean, I will have to do it till I find a wrong answer. Okay. I'm getting a 0. Why is that? So we have 0 0. What? I'm getting a 0 for this. It is not possible. Like 0 0. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm calculating the shortest path correctly. So that is where I was going wrong. But now, I mean, this is a DFS state, right? Comparing two numbers which are greater than the current number takes time. Yes, it will. This is not optimal. Okay, so I'm at 0 0. Yeah, this code is completely incorrect. This part is not correct. I'm not able to calculate the answers correctly, right? So what I will do is okay, now to calculate the answers correctly, how can I go about this? I have made a visited, and from somewhere I think this is a BFS problem for sure. Yeah, it is a breadth first search problem. Now, I mean, there will be different states. Can I do this in using this loop only? Like, okay, try to go left or try to go up and build the solution recursively. Can I do that? Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, I think I have an idea. Okay, let's actually say, let's say I have an answer. Okay, let's actually go from 0. So initially my depth will be, let's say, string answer plus equals to s grid of 1 of n minus 1. Okay, so let's say I have this. Now, okay, so I have this. So I will say, okay, so dp of this is 1. Now I will push this into the queue, and if my uh, like okay, let's leave it like this. Now I have two choices. Like I can either go left or upward. So if my I will obviously I can go left, but okay, let's say if I equals 0, then the only thing I can do is go left, right? So I will do this, but there is one more thing. What if I equals to 0 and okay, and d plus 1. Okay, there are some other things that I need to check. If answer dot length, I mean, then there is only one possibility that I can only go left. Otherwise, uh, I can go up. Once I am up, then I can only go in that direction, right? So I have to check if okay, let's not do this. I have to check if answer dot length is greater than d, right? Okay, is greater than equals to d, uh, and answer of what? So answer dot length was greater than d, and answer of d minus 1, sorry, d plus 1. Oh, so if the answer dot length is greater than d, so I am at the current stage. Like I know the answer is definitely this. So let me actually remove everything. So I will just remove everything. Everything. I will try to code it everything from again. Okay, from the scratch. Now I have my answer as the last element, obviously. Now what I want to do is okay, for an answer I want to go either left or up, right? So if I'm at 0, I definitely if I so I have two choices. Like if my I equals to 0, I will do something, else I will do something, right? So what I can do is if I can get a 0 somewhere, No, I don't think I can do it that way. Okay, minus 44. This is a tough problem. Not easy to think about. Okay, I'm at 0, 0, 0. Let's say 0, 1. Let's say here also I have a 1. This is correct. This is good. This is good. I mean, dynamic programming says to take all the paths and choose the best ones and do it efficiently and do everything only once. So, should I use Dijkstra? Like, if I'm at a 0 and the current depth is something, then I should use that depth first. Then I should select the one with a 0 in it and then discard all of them. Yeah, should I do that? This is this is I can't even think right now. Hmm. Okay, let's actually read the C problem now. I don't think I can solve the B problem. There is a secret sequence. No, I don't even want to read the next problem. And this is clearly a dynamic programming problem. I can't choose it greedily. Like, okay, if I'm at here, then let's go to the next 0. Can I choose it greedily? Let's actually try to choose it greedily. So if I'm at a 0, then let's take any of the zeros. What if I had something like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, then let's choose any of it. But what if I had something like 0? If it is like this, then I can always go like this. Yeah, I think I can choose it greedily instead. Okay, so what I can do is, okay, let's start from 1. Yeah, this is correct. But there is one problem here. Okay, now dp, I only want to do this once. So what I will do is, if I is equals to 1, then I can only go rightwards, or I can go upward or rightward, right? So if I is 0, then if grid I, uh, comma j plus 1, so I'm going in the rightward direction, equals to a 0, then I should go for it. Otherwise, else do it this way. And in here I will also say, like, okay, do one thing, answer plus equals to grid I and j. So if I do this, what is my answer? So my answer is 0 0, which seems correct. So we have 0 0 1 1 0 0. I think this is pretty much the same thing. And now I will use the same counting algorithm that I wrote here, not in this one, but this one. Yep. So there is only one way to reach this. Yeah, I think this is correct. I was only not calculating the path correctly, and I wasted so much time that I did not even read the third problem. What? Okay, I'm getting a wrong answer on this problem. Let's copy this. Okay, so we are getting 0 0 0, then which is correct. Then we have 1 1 0 0, which is wrong. Okay, why is that? Obviously, if I'm at 1, I mean, I will definitely try to avoid when if I can, if I should go down or not. So whenever I can go right, then I will do that. So this case is it is correct. Like 1, then I mean, if both are ones, like uh, so if both the right and left children are ones, so if grid I comma j plus 1, so if both children are the same, I need to check, like, okay, if grid I and j plus 1, so the right one is equals to 0, then obviously do a DFS of I and j plus 1 uh, with a d plus 1. I don't know why even I don't even know why I'm passing the d now. Else if grid I and j plus 1 equals to grid I plus 1 j, then also do the same thing. In the else case, I will do DFS I plus 1 j comma d plus 1. Let's run this. So now we are getting 0 2 and 4. I think this is more correct. Yeah, let's try to submit this, the B problem. Yeah, it passed. I wasted so much of time in this problem. I was almost about to give up. So I was not calculating the shortest path correctly. So what we can do is I was trying a dynamic programming strategy, but I also wanted to reduce the complexity. Uh, but we can actually do this gridly. Whenever you can go right, try to go right. Otherwise, you can go down to calculate the answer, and then you can use some sort of dynamic programming to count the number of available paths. Okay. So we have that. Let's see how much rating is going down today. I spent so much time on this problem, and okay, so I'm at 5138, which is not good, guys. Yeah. Okay, let's try the C problem now. It was a tough problem, this one. I don't think I can do it in 15 minutes, but let's actually read it. Or I think I will just stop the stream now because there is no point in. I don't think I can do this in 15 minutes, and I should go have some lunch. Okay, so thanks, guys, if you have watched it till here. Or maybe I think I will explain the B problem again. Yeah. So what we are given is a 2x grid like this, and so first of all, to calculate the lexicological smallest part, what you can do is you can go right or down greedily. So what you can do is whenever the two are same, so just to calculate the this, you can go right and down. Otherwise, you can, I think you can watch the same thing, everything, and then we will. Yeah, if you have watched it, we'll say thank you very much. I'm not in mode to solve the C problem now. I just kind of got exhausted.